Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. President Ram Nath Kovind says Swachh Bharat is critical to build New India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reiterates government is working for welfare of all sections of society with mantra of Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj calls upon United Nations to pass comprehensive convention on international terrorism to end Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says India will continue to give befitting reply to attacks by Pakistan on Indian soldiers. Prime Minister to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow morning. And ICC's new Duckworth-Lewis-Stern System to come into effect from tomorrow. President Ram Nath Kovind has said Swachh Bharat is critical to build a new India. Inaugurating a 4-day convention on Mahatma Gandhi International Sanitation in New Delhi, he called for achieving sustainable development goals, particularly providing clean water and sanitation. He said absence of suitable toilets, appropriate hygiene and sanitation practices can lead to lifelong disadvantages.
Achieving universal access to adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene by 2030 is a major challenge in many parts of the world. Drinking water, sanitation and hygiene are central to Sustainable Development Goal 6. They are also essential to the health and well-being of our people.
The President said about 85 million rural households and 6 million urban households have begun to use toilets for the first time. Swachh Bharat has helped them renounce the troubling practice of open defecation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said NDA government has been focusing on the development of all sections of society with the mantra of Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. He was interacting with booth-level workers from Bilaspur, Basti, Chittorgarh, Dhanbad and Mandsaur parliamentary constituencies under the Mera Booth Sabse Mazboot Samvad program through video conferencing. Mr. Modi pointed out that after demonetization, black money is not present in the property market. He said prices of property have also fallen and home loan interest rate, which was more than 10% under UPA, is now 8.75%.
पिछले 4 वर्षों में हमारी सरकार ने सबका साथ सबका विकास इस मंत्र के साथ समाज के हर वर्ग के विकास पर ध्यान केंद्रित। गरीब और मध्यम वर्ग के लिए घर खरीदने का सपना संभव हुआ है। हमने अपनी नीतियों से महंगाई दर को काबू में रखा है। जीएसटी के चलते हर महीने घरेलू उपयोग की जरूरी सामानों के दाम भी घटे।
Mr. Modi stressed that the NDA government has been able to carry out tough decisions because the general public has full trust in it. He expressed confidence that Ayushman scheme will not only succeed but will create a new history. Mr. Modi highlighted that violence in Naxal-affected areas has reduced by around 20% in the last 4 years. He said around 3,500 Naxals surrendered between 2014 to 2017 due to the impact of the government's policies and development. The Prime Minister hit out at the Congress, saying the opposition party has been disconnected from the people in the past 4 years. He alleged that their agenda is to level false allegations on others and spread misinformation and lies to divert people's attention.
मैं समझता हूं कि जिन्होंने झूठ बोलना तय कर लिया है, गलत करना तय कर लिया है, सही करना जिनके संस्कार नहीं है, उनके पीछे आप अपनी शक्ति क्यों बर्बाद करते हो? उनको पत्थर मार रहे हैं। हम राष्ट्र की सेवा में रोज नए मिल के पत्थर बनाएंगे। वो हमें गाली देते हैं तो दे, हम राष्ट्र सेवा में जुटे रहेंगे। वो देश से विदेश तक साजिश रचेंगे। हम हर गांव में, हर घर में बिजली पहुंचाएंगे। उन्हें ये मंजूर नहीं कि सत्ता पर किसी गांव गरीब से आया भारतीय बैठे।
India today called upon the United Nations to pass the Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism, CCIT, to end Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. Addressing the United Nations General Assembly session in New York, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj said India had proposed a draft document on CCIT at the UN in 1996, but till today that draft has remained a draft because so far a common language has not been agreed upon.
विश्व के इनामी आतंकवादी पाकिस्तान में स्वतंत्रता सेनानी कहे जाते हैं। पाकिस्तान की सरकार उनके सम्मान में डाक टिकटें निकालकर उन्हें महिमा मंडित करती है। ऐसी करतूतों की कब तक हम अनदेखी करते रहेंगे? यदि इन हरकतों को कानून बनाकर अभी नहीं रोका गया तो वो दिन दूर नहीं जिस दिन आतंकवाद का ये दानव पूरी दुनिया को निगल जाएगा। इस मंच से आप सबको अपील करती हूँ कि आतंकवाद की परिभाषा पर सर्वसम्मति बनाकर जल्दी से जल्दी हम CCIT को पारित करें।
Ms. Swaraj said while the mastermind of 9/11 Osama bin Laden was found in Pakistan and brought to justice, the mastermind of 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, Hafiz Saeed, is moving freely in Pakistan. She said he is eulogized and being allowed to contest elections and threaten India openly. The minister said Pakistan glorifies killers and refuses to see the blood of innocents. The minister said India has always favoured talks and dialogue with Pakistan, but Islamabad has not stopped sponsoring terrorism against it. She said India is accused of sabotaging the process of talks, which is a complete lie. The minister said New Delhi believes that talks are only rational means to resolve the most complex of disputes, and talks with Pakistan have begun many times.
पाकिस्तान में नई सरकार आने के बाद वहाँ के प्रधानमंत्री इमरान खान ने प्रधानमंत्री मोदी को पत्र लिखकर ये इच्छा जताई कि न्यूयॉर्क में दोनों देशों के विदेश मंत्रियों की अगर मुलाकात हो जाए तो अच्छा होगा। हमने उनका प्रस्ताव मंजूर किया, लेकिन चंद घंटों बाद ये खबर आई कि जम्मू और कश्मीर पुलिस के 3 जवानों का पहले अपहरण किया और बाद में उन्हें मारकर फेंक दिया। क्या ये हरकतें बातचीत की नीयत को दर्शाती हैं? और क्या ऐसे वातावरण में मुलाकात हो सकती है?
In Jammu and Kashmir, a ceasefire violation has been reported along the line of control in North Kashmir's frontier Kupwara district this evening. Security sources said that Pakistani forces resorted to unprovoked heavy firing on forward posts in Tangdhar sector of Kupwara district. They said heavy exchange of fire and shelling is going on in the sector. Army is retaliating in a befitting manner. There was no immediate report about casualties on the Indian side so far. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said India has no option but to react when its soldiers are attacked in their camps. Speaking to reporters in Chennai today, she said Pakistan continues to send trained terrorists from across the border and India needs to give a befitting reply.
I would believe an action of this kind will deter Pakistan from training and sending in terrorists. My action will continue at the border irrespective of whether they've learnt a lesson or not.
Ms. Sitharaman said Congress did nothing to complete the Rafale deal when in power. She accused the Congress of raising baseless allegations on the issue. The minister said the agreement was finalized without any middleman. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow morning. It will be the 48th episode of the monthly radio program. The program will be broadcast on the entire network of All India Radio and Doordarshan at 11 a.m. It will also be streamed on the YouTube channels of the Prime Minister's Office, Information and Broadcasting Ministry, AIR and DD News, and will be simultaneously broadcast on AIR's website www.allindiaradio.gov.in. AIR will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. The regional language versions will also be repeated at 8 p.m. in the evening. The Prime Minister will visit Gujarat tomorrow to inaugurate modern food processing facilities at Anand, including Amul's ultra-modern chocolate plant. An official release said he will also inaugurate Anand Agricultural University's Incubation Centre cum Centre for Excellence in Food Processing and a solar cooperative society at Mujkuva village. Mr. Modi will lay the foundation stone for the expansion of Amul manufacturing facilities at Anand and Khataraj and address the gathering later. The Prime Minister will then travel to Anjar to inaugurate the Mundra LNG terminal, the Anjar-Mundra pipeline project and the Palanpur-Pali-Barmer pipeline project. Mr. Modi will also visit Rajkot and inaugurate the Mahatma Gandhi Museum. Parakram Parv is being celebrated to mark the second anniversary of surgical strikes carried out by the Indian Army across the line of control. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman inaugurated the Parv last evening. In the national capital, crowds thronged to India Gate lawns this evening, where Parakram Parv is underway. The event is being organised to showcase the courage, valour and sacrifice of the Indian Armed Forces. Visitors can see captured weapons used by terrorists that have been brought from Jammu and Kashmir. Reports of Parakram Parv celebrations are pouring in from various parts of the country. Information and Broadcasting Minister Colonel Rajyavardhan Rathore saluted the bravery and sacrifice of Indian soldiers. Speaking at a function in India Gate lawns to celebrate the surgical strikes, he asked the gathering to give a 21-clap salute to the soldiers. News Services Division of All India Radio will bring you a special bilingual program on Parakram Parv tonight from 9:30 to 10 p.m. The participants are Major General S.P. Sinha and Nitin Gokhale, Defence Analyst. The program will be moderated by Ajay Banerjee, Senior Journalist. This can be heard on FM Gold channel from 9:30 to 10 p.m. In Rajasthan, the dream of their own house of homeless people or those residing in kacha houses in villages is now getting fulfilled through Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin. Under this scheme, pakka houses with various facilities have been provided to about 7 lakh families in the state so far. The government is providing 1.5 lakh assistance to each family from the economically weaker sections. Here is a ground report from our Jaipur correspondent.
In Rajasthan, homeless people are getting relief by having their own anti-earthquake house of about 34 square meters area equipped with different modern amenities. Shashi Kiran of Savai Madhopur district expressed her happiness of getting own house.
पहली बार कच्चो मकान हो और उनमें पानी टपक बो करो सारा दिन उस बरसात के टाइम में तो अब प्रधानमंत्री जी की योजना चाली थी या प्रधानमंत्री 1.5 लाख रुपया दे रहे थे मकान बनावा तो मानो वो लोन मिलो और मानो मकान बनायो आराम से रह रहे था.
Hariram of Pratapgarh district said that after getting benefited from Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, now he is free from paying house rent.
મારી ઈચ્છા थी कि મારું खुदरो मकान हुए और जब मैंने प्रधानमंत्री योजना मामला मालूम पड़ी तो मैं फार्म भरी और हमारो नंबर आई योजना रो लाभ लेवा वास्ते मैंने 5,200 रुपया महीना री किस्त आवे है और 2,30,000 रुपया री मन सब्सिडी मिलेगी.
Amount under this scheme for constructing own house is provided easily in 3 installments through Awas app launched by government. Definitely, the dream of homeless people of having their own house is now getting fulfilled easily through this scheme. Sudarshan Nahar, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Indonesia, hospitals are struggling to cope with hundreds injured in yesterday's devastating earthquake and tsunami. The rescuers are scrambling to reach the stricken region in Palu city on Sulawesi Island, where nearly 400 people have been killed. There are also concerns over the whereabouts of hundreds of people who were preparing for a beach festival. The tsunami was triggered by a strong quake that brought down buildings and sent locals fleeing for higher ground. Reports say that the shallow 7.5 magnitude tremor was more powerful than a series of quakes that killed hundreds on the Indonesian island of Lombok in July and August. In cricket, the ICC announced an updated version of the Duckworth-Lewis-Stern DLS system and its code of conduct in Dubai today. The version will come into effect from tomorrow. The new version of the DLS, introduced in 2014, is based on information from 700 ODIs and 428 T20 internationals, which comprise over 240,000 outcomes of individual deliveries. According to an ICC media release, the update has been carried out following a detailed ball-by-ball analysis of scoring patterns, including in the power plays in all limited overs internationals played during the previous 4 years. The cricket governing body also introduced new offences and changed the level of sanctions for few existing offences in its code of conduct for players and player support personnel. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. President Ram Nath Kovind says Swachh Bharat is critical to build new India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reiterates the government is working for welfare of all sections of society with mantra of Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj called upon United Nations to pass comprehensive convention on international terrorism to end Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says India will continue to give befitting reply to attacks by Pakistan on Indian soldiers. Prime Minister to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow morning. And in cricket, ICC's new Duckworth-Lewis-Stern system to come into effect from tomorrow. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.